Okay, so let's cover this again. Compact bone versus spongy bone. What's the difference? Well, we'll take a look at some of the things behind it. Spongy bone allows for red bone marrow and yellow bone marrow to be present. Red bone marrow is for production of red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, whereas yellow bone marrow stores fat so that you have energy. Trabeculi are, how I like to think of it, as struts. So if you look at struts on a car, struts in a car help to absorb shock, right? Well, think of it in the bone. In order to lighten the load of the bone, I want to hollow it out, but I want to be able to reinforce it. So I have little trabeculi, which crisscross and kind of make up the spongy bone. And what they do is they allow for multi-directional force to be applied to the bone, but helps to resist that force. So what it means is if I have a force going this way or a load going this way, it helps to resist that load. So it protects the bone at different angles, but also allows you to have a lighter bone by allowing it to be not a solid object, but a little bit more meshwork. And then you can have red blood cells growing inside of there in the red bone marrow. You can have fat storage. So let's take a look at some of the structures we're gonna see. So this is what I mean. So you see how it's a little bit hollowed out, right? So it allows for the bone to be a little bit lighter, but you can have storage, and then the multi-directional pathways for this also allow for reinforcement against force coming at different angles. Weight-bearing bones transfer weight from hip to knee, etc. So periosteum, what is that again? Peri around, osteum is the cover. So it's basically the cover that wraps around the bone. And compact bone is basically your reinforcement to allow for weight-bearing loads. Function of periosteum. You guys can take a look at some of these stuff. Endosteum, what is that? What does endosteum mean? So mostly I'm not going to test you on these. I'm just going to test you on the word. So endo, inside, osteum is bone, so inside of the bone.